Did you know that over 90% of goalkeepers underperform simply because they don't prepare properly for match day? It's true, you can train hard all week, but if your match day routine isn't dialed in, you'll never play at your best. In today's video, we're breaking down 5 match day tips that can take you from feeling shaky to rock solid in goals. By the end, you'll know exactly how to tweak your routine so you can walk onto the field feeling sharp, confident, and ready to win. And to kick things off, let me ask you something. Do you ever wait until you're warming up to really start thinking about the match? I get it. I used to do the same. I tell myself, if I just crush the warm-up, everything will fall into place automatically. But the reality is, that's not how it works. Because if you wait until you're warming up to get your head into the game, you're already starting off from behind. For me, match day prep starts a few days ahead. That's when I start visualizing the game in my head. I think about my positioning, the players I'll be facing, and where they like to shoot. I picture myself making the saves, staying calm under pressure, and communicating with my defenders. And even on the morning of the game, whether I'm having breakfast or just relaxing, the game is already on my mind. One of the things I always do is to check the weather. Is it going to be windy, rainy, sunny? Whatever it is, I want to know so I can mentally prepare for those conditions too. So by the time I get to the stadium and I start warming up, I'm not using that time to get focused. I'm already there. The warm-up is just about sharpening my technique and building my confidence. So the next time you have a match, don't wait until the warm-up to get locked in. Start your mental prep early. Picture yourself making those saves. Get your mind in the game ahead of time. And when your warm-up starts, you'll already be in the zone. Alright, now that you got your mind locked in, let's talk about something just as important. And trust me, I learned this the hard way. I remember a game where I felt great in the first half. I was making big saves, reading the game perfectly, and everything was on point. But when the second half came around, I hit a wall, my legs felt heavy, my reaction slowed down, and that sharpness I had earlier completely gone. The problem? I didn't fuel my body properly. And it's just like driving a car. You might have a powerful engine, but if the tank's empty, you're not going anywhere. And goalkeeping is no different. You might be feeling mentally ready, but if your body's running on empty, it's only a matter of time before you crash. That's why what you eat before a game is so important. And the day before a game, make sure your meals are packed with energy. Something like grilled chicken and rice or pasta is great. You want long-lasting energy that won't weigh you down. And on match day itself, keep it light. For me, oatmeal with fruit or a chicken sandwich a few hours before kickoff works perfectly. It gives me the energy I need to focus without me feeling heavy. And of course, hydration. Start sipping water early. Don't wait until you're already on the field. Staying hydrated throughout the day keeps your energy level up and your focus sharp. But hey, sometimes things don't go as planned. That's why I always keep 2 energy bars and some bananas with me on match day. They're quick, easy to digest, whether it's before the game or during halftime. They'll give you that extra boost when you need it the most. Alright, so you got your mind right and you're fueling your body like a pro. Great. But here's something a lot of goalkeepers overlook. And I'll be honest with you, when I was younger, I used to stay up late playing FIFA or hanging out with my friends, thinking, I'll be fine for the game tomorrow. And I get it. The night before a big game is always tough. Your adrenaline is pumping, you're excited, maybe even a little nervous, and it feels impossible to settle down and get a good night's sleep, right? But here's what I didn't realize back then. The more quality sleep you get the days leading up to the match, the better your body will perform, even if you didn't sleep perfectly the night before. And it's not just me saying this, there's tons of research backing this up. Studies show that sleep affects your reaction time, your decision making, and even your stamina. So do yourself a favor, skip the late night FIFA sessions, avoid the parties a few days before a match, and make sure that you prioritize your sleep. Alright, so you nailed your sleep, you fueled your body and your mind to the right place, but there's still one more thing that can mess it all up if you don't get it right. And I'll never forget this one game where the stakes were high, everything felt bigger, the crowd, the noise, the pressure. My heart was racing, my palms were sweaty, and all I could think was, what if I messed this up? I'm guessing you felt that way too, right? Every goalkeeper, no matter how good or experienced, feels that pressure It's completely normal. It's not about getting rid of those nerves completely. It's about using them, because if you let them take over, your performance is gonna crash. But if you learn to control them, that's when you turn those nerves into something powerful. And here's what worked for me over the years. When those nerves kick in, whether it's before the game or even in the middle of it, stop for a second and take a deep breath. I know it sounds simple, but trust me, it really works. Breathe in slowly through your nose, hold it, and breathe out slowly through your mouth. Doing this calms your heart rate and clears your head. Next, focus on what you can control. You can't predict everything that's going to happen in a match. You can't control every shot or cross, but you can control your positioning, your communication, and your decisions. And that's all that matters. Stay present and focus on what's right in front of you. And lastly, smile. Yeah, I know it sounds weird, but hear me out. Smiling actually tricks your brain into thinking everything's cool. It sends a signal to your body that you're in control, that you got this. It helps you relax, calm down, and enjoy the game. After all, that's why you're out there, right? To enjoy it. So the next time you feel those nerves creeping in, take a deep breath, focus on what you can control, and don't forget to smile. Alright, so we covered everything from mental prep to managing nerves, but there's still one more thing that ties it all together. Over the years, I've built a match day routine that I follow every time, whether it's a friendly, a league game, or even a cup final. Why? Because no matter how chaotic things feel around me, my routine keeps me grounded. It gives me a sense of control. There's no second guessing or wondering, did I prepare enough? I just stick to the plan that I know and trust. So here's my advice to you. Start building your own routine. It doesn't have to be perfect from day one. Over time, you'll fine-tune it and find what works best for you. Start small, maybe sticking to the same pre-match meal that gives you energy, or warming up the same way before each game. Then you can build on from there. And once you got that routine locked in, that's when you can step onto the field with more confidence, focus, and control than ever before. But here's the thing, your match day routine is just one part of the puzzle. If you really want to improve as a goalkeeper, it's the habits you build in training that make the difference. So if you want to make sure that your training habits are setting you up for success, click here and watch my next video, and let's get started.